We're bringing in retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon with more on this, especially as we're monitoring the very latest on the 101 freeway. Bobby, always good to see you. And you were trained in de-escalation. We were seeing all of the southbound lanes blocked by protesters streaming onto the freeway, police forming a skirmish line. It could not have been more personal. This was not a distance perimeter coming face to face, physically pushing those protesters back, managing to clear most of those lanes moments ago. What is running through your mind as an officer in these frontline situations we're watching unfold today?
Well, I mean, my prayers are for the officers who are getting fireworks thrown at them, rocks and bricks thrown at them. And like you said, this is a hands-on. If you look at that line of officers there, this is a very physical, face-to-face type of police activity. My father was a police officer in New York City in the '60s when we had the civil rights riots and the anti-Vietnam War riots. This is a very dangerous activity for law enforcement to get involved in, because the crowd is so large. You can get surrounded, you can get separated. They have to keep those lines strong, and they have to take people into custody, particularly if you know who the ringleaders are. You have to target them, get them out of there, get them removed. But this is a dangerous situation for law enforcement to be in.
And we were watching really an extraordinary situation unfold, because officers were tasked with clearing those lanes as two overpasses were packed with protesters. And we were watching an independent journalist walk us through this on the ground live. He reported that there were people with hammers who were, taking chunks of concrete, throwing them from the overpass directly onto officers below, throwing a hammer itself, it was reported earlier today, and then water bottles and other things. What a dangerous situation. It occurs to me, Bobby, this seems like a more dangerous situation than what we were watching unfold yesterday for officers.
Oh, I think it absolutely is. And I think that's why you saw the National Guard activated today and not yesterday. I think because they recognized that Los Angeles was going to have more people, was going to have more violence. And now you're seeing that. And you're right. Those overpasses are the high ground. And that's not a real good thing for your enemy to have control of. And these rioters are the enemies of law enforcement right now. They are breaking the law. They are causing violence. The mayor was all for peaceful protests and made it very clear that violence won't be tolerated. Well, now they have to back that up, and the district attorney in Los Angeles has to start charging these people, holding them accountable for some of this violence that we're seeing.
Yeah, and we're watching the line here outside of the federal building. I'm hoping we can show some of that video from earlier of the freeway just simply being overtaken by protesters as law enforcement was doing their best to clear those lanes. You bring up the National Guard, Bobby, and I have to ask, I mean, we just heard the LA Mayor Karen Bass in the last 10 minutes saying the chaos is being caused by the administration. What is your take on that?
I personally, I think it's ridiculous. I think the chaos is being caused by the people that show up to protest this. Imagine, Natasha, if no one showed up, ICE would have went in there and got those potential deportees out, drove them back to a deportation center, and started the process of deporting people who are here illegally. So the chaos is not caused by that activity. There's no chaos with response, in conjunction with that. The chaos is when these people show up and they start interfering with the lawful application of the law. Now, one thing that Mayor Bass did not mention when she mentioned ICE, and she did stoke the fear of her citizens by saying how terrible this was and laying it on the feet of the federal government, is that she never mentioned the word improper or unlawful. What ICE is doing here is a lawful application of federal law. They're not doing anything improper. They're not doing anything unlawful. The fact that we haven't had immigration laws enforced in this country for decades is not the issue. The issue is enforcement of the law is proper and appropriate, and it's what the majority of people in the country voted for.
And Bobby, do you know what else she didn't mention in that presser, which struck me? She did not ask people to go home. She did not ask them to disperse. She encouraged Angelenos to continue to, espouse these First Amendment rights, totally within their rights. She asked them not to do it violently. Were you surprised by that message, not to simply ask these protesters to disperse and go home?
Natasha, I thought the same thing. I recognized the same thing. And what it reminded me a little bit of is what Donald Trump said to his supporters on January 6th. But he told them, march peacefully, like Bass said today, march over to the Capitol peacefully, and look at everything that was said about Donald Trump and what he said on January 6th. It sounds remarkably similar to what Karen Bass said today. She did say that violence won't be tolerated, and she did say that they should actually get out there and protest. But she did not tell them to go home. That's what a responsible public leader would do, to calm the flames here, to tamp them down.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.